Alright, for the second episode of the Lady Death Project, I've invited a good friend of mine who is often here in the studio with me to come in and commentate. So without further ado, here you go. Alright then lad, thanks for having me in today, especially for such a bountiful drawing of this Lady Death. Look at the bazumbas on this one, she's just amazingly beautiful. Looks like you're a bit of a robot here with your speedy airbrush going on. Well, I know, but that's the way that people can kind of actually see what we have going on. You know, airbrushing the belly button and little rib cage here. Yeah, I can see that you're building up the colors kind of nicely, but it's rather slow. It's a good thing you've got the Speedy McSpeedy here on the video so that we can watch it all building up. Otherwise, I'd need to be going for a beer and getting a haircut in between. Holy Craig. Slow as molasses. Couldn't you do that a little faster? I mean, jeez, it's like watching paint dry. Well, yeah, but you actually have to take your time, even at this speed, which is about 400%. You can see me changing colors here. It takes a long time. A painting like this could take 6 or 8 hours of just airbrushing. Oh, yeah, I could see that. Airbrushing in the knuckles right there, just kind of building up the tones rather slowly. I think that's a smart way to go rather than trying to do it all at once. It's kind of a, you know, probably an amateur thing to do to try to lay down a bunch of color. And, you know, then you've got problems if it gets too heavy. You've got to go in and try to remove it with the eraser or other paints and things like this. So I have to commend you on taking your time. Especially trying to capture the transparency there on the old top that she's pulling up, which I have to say, again, quite nice. Highly applaud the style there. Well, you know, with Lady Death, she's quite one of the more buxom and beautiful characters probably in all of comics, so you have to be careful with maintaining the integrity of the character, which with only having white skin and white hair, really you're building up the gradations with the purples and blues. Right here I'm only working in grays and haven't gotten to more of the color tones yet. Yeah, I can imagine that with the addition of the purples and blues that are coming up, it's really going to bring out more contrast. Right now she's a bit pasty-faced, you know, a bit like me at about 2 o'clock in the morning most of the time when I've had a few too many drinks, you know. Yeah, I've drunk with you before, I realize that. Ah, of course you do. Well, again, you're kind of cruising along here and you're building up some of the tones. You know, what kind of brush you're using there? I don't really recognize it much. Yeah, that's actually the Toricon YT02. So, don't let me interrupt. Sounds a bit like a transformer there, boy. The TK421, you know, whatchamacallit, the gadget. No, it's actually a dual action airbrush that has a cup on the top for the paint to go in. Yeah, she's got some nice cups. I think we've already discussed that, boy. Yeah,